Hello friends, welcome to today's lab. So today you are going to build a two-color motion graphic. And that motion graphic is going to use the SVG file format and also this really great library called animate.css. It's a JavaScript library that you can access really easily and animate objects with modifying just one part of your HTML. So if I come to this site right here, this is a student's solution. So Everett Klein, they're a student I had in the foundations program. They wanted to work with this kind of heart image, but also be about trans identity. And they wanted to turn these into patches they could share with their friends, make bathroom signage for gender neutral bathrooms. So again, think of something that positively contributes to society. It could be something that you have a really strong message you want to get out there. It could be something that you think would benefit the community around you. We'll talk a little bit more about concepts in a second, but I just want to show how this works. So when I refresh this page, you're going to see the motion start. So it kind of slides in from top, from bottom, and kind of meets in the middle. So I'll play it again. So the reason that this graphic has such color harmony is because this third color here is actually created by the blend of these two colors meeting each other. So some of the goals for today's assignment: you are going to get a chance to practice more web development skills. You're going to work with SVG animations. You're going to work with the RGBA color format, which stands for red, green, blue, and alpha. RGBA is probably my favorite color format because it allows you to keep transparencies. And when you can keep transparency, you can do things with like overlapping colors. You can also do something where you put a whole background color in here and you don't have those weird white bounding boxes around things. So RGBA tends to be my favorite color format. We're also going to use the use of an external JavaScript library. So the one that we're going to use today is called animate.css. So this is the website for animate.css. Basically, you can click in here and pick through any of these. I want to say it's like 100 some odd different kinds of, maybe not that many, but a decent amount of kinds of animation. So for example, let's look at the heartbeat animation. So I pick heartbeat, and did you see that header up there? It changed to mimic a heartbeat. Here's a graphic bouncing in. Here's a graphic sliding down from the top. So why doesn't pause this video for a minute, go to this URL, the link is in the assignment, and play around with some of these animations. Okay, so now that you're back, let's go over some of the other learning objectives we're going to get a chance to play with today. So color theory. My thought on color is you only get good at it from just doing it over and over and over again. So today we're going to work with digital color, trying to find that perfect color that really supports our message. And we're also going to play with alpha channels, so RGBA color format and transparency. We're also going to start thinking about motion design. So one of the things that I love about this library is a lot of these terms end up being industry terms that will help you storyboard as you become graphic designers working in screen-based design. So for example, you might be like, what if for a transition, when you hover over my social media icons, what if we do this flip-in X motion, something like that. So this is a really great way to add interactive elements to your website without having to do a lot of code. You're also going to get a chance to think about design for social justice. So one of the things I love about graphic design is you can actually make very positive change in your community or the communities that you care about through your design work. So by creating posters for events, identity systems for nonprofits that are trying to expand, like you can actually have a change on the community around you. So, the first thing I want you all to do is read through this list and see if anything jumps out at you. Obviously, we're living in a time of lots of misinformation around COVID-19, so you might choose to make your concept about that today. Um, Look through this list and see what kind of jumps out at you. After you've picked your topic of interest, then start to create thumbnails of your drawing. So it's fine to start with black and white. You really want to think for screen-based design, so you want to work with graphics that are going to be strong enough to really kind of have a presence on screen on a mobile device, most likely is how people are going to see this. The next thing that you want to do is think about how you can use motion and color to further support the message of your graphic. So some examples, as graphic designers, if you can get really good at thinking in motion and also coming up with dynamic, eye-catching color that supports the message, that is going to shine through on your portfolio. It's going to be very obvious that you're a person that's kind of using the best skills at your disposal to make the kind of files that you want to make. So that's it for this part one. Do these first 3 steps together in your breakout room. See if you can support each other, help each other's ideas progress, and we'll meet back and talk about the more kind of technical side of how to create this in part 2.